house. Bill Cody in the morning. WSM. This is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
Hey, from the Simply Superior Acuff House Studio, the living room, really. It's the country music living room is what it is, doggone. It sits on the Grand Ole Opry Plaza as we celebrate 100 years of WSM Radio, October 5, 1925. And November 28th of that same year, the Grand Ole Opry was born. Sit down, the solemn old judge and Uncle Jimmy Thompson playing fiddle tunes with whiskey on his breath.
Which one of them do you think was probably the happier of the two?
I told Charlie says you've never seen a picture of Uncle Jimmy smiling. And I said, Charlie, if you'd fought in a civil war, you wouldn't be smiling either.
Very true.
But that was the magic of radio back then. Because the solemn old judge was 30 years old and anything but solemn. You know, that's the beauty of it.
I want to say Grandpa was a teenager, maybe in his teens or early 20s when he became Grandpa Jones.
The fake mustache years.
Yeah, because of his voice. And Bradley Kincaid up in Cincinnati, which was really a hotbed for recording and live broadcast in those days. He said, well, you just sound like an old grandpa. So Grandpa Jones was born.
I can remember the pre-internet days when you do an appearance, and I remember this guy in Miami told me, you're not nearly as fat as I thought you were going to be.
Oh, that's nice.
And I'm like, well, I think there's a compliment in there somewhere. Thank you.
I've had that. I've had through the years, I've had people say, hey, I listen to you every morning. I thought you was a great big fat guy.
Oh, okay. I've never had that, but I have had, you're so much smaller in person.
Jeff in Master Control. Jeff in Master Control.
Zoom out. Zoom way out. Put that soft focus on. You're like, oh, thank you, I think.
Well, you know, my all-time favorite is, though, the husband and wife who came up to me at an event and goes, which one are you? I said, oh, I'm Charlie Matos. Nice to meet you. He goes, oh, yeah, Charlie Matos. Wife and I don't much care for you.
All
right, then.
Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
As Carl Smith once told me about Hank Williams, that's the Hank Williams approach. If he didn't like you, he couldn't wait to tell you.
I knew where I stood. That's right.
Nice. Yeah. That's very nice.
Hey, Ben and Lily Isaacs are coming to see us.
Yes.
And they've got upcoming Opry performances as well as
tonight.
Tonight at the Opry, and then this weekend they'll be in Murfreesboro. I'll tell you all about that. Sharing with Williamson Branch, and they'll join us in the 9 o'clock hour this morning.
Yeah, and we want to say good morning and congratulations to our friend Whisperin' Bill. He is now 64 years a member of the Grand Ole Opry. We celebrated that last night on the stage, and we had a group in from South Carolina, and they gave him the Lifetime Achievement Award for the Entertainment and Music. I don't know, it's not corporation, but the Hall of Fame of South Carolina. And then they also said that the governor had officially named him the ambassador, the music ambassador for the state, which he said that meant that he could tell Darius Rucker and several other people from South Carolina what to do because he's now in charge. And I said, I agree.
Right.
I think that's right. That is correct.
So Bill Anderson, governor, Darius Rucker, lieutenant governor.
Right. That's right. That's where we are.
I can see that working.
And we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Entertainment headlines. The record plays on for Trisha Yearwood and Charles Kelly. These two voices together are everything. New music on Friday from Thomas Rhett and Jordan Davis. And Starbucks has a new secret menu. But it's not going to be secret because I'm going to tell you about it.
Were your intro and outro of Bill Anderson to his liking last night?
They really were. Okay. I worked on it for a long. I read over it so many times.
On WSM Radio, this is Coffee, Country, and Cody.
And my pick of the week, let's do this thing. Actually, she has an album that comes out this Friday, and she's playing the Grand Ole Opry and signing it for folks on Saturday this weekend. The album is called The Mirror, and her name is Opry star Trisha Yearwood, or as her husband calls her, Ms. Yearwood. And I had no idea until I was looking at the writer's credits. Ms. Yearwood and the other Ms. Yearwood, her sister Beth, along with Bridget Tatum and Leslie Satcher, sat down and co-wrote this thing. Isn't that great?
That is cool.
And you've probably seen Beth on Trisha's Southern Kitchen on television. She would join her from time to time. Her sister would. It's Coffee, Country, and Cody, my pick of the week. Trisha Yearwood. That sass, too, girl. Bringing the angels. Trisha Yearwood is my pick of the week from The Mirror, her new album, which comes out on Friday, and she's at the Opry on Saturday. And Annie Nye, our studio director, and I shot a little video piece, social media piece, to promote the pick of the week yesterday in the Women of Country dressing room. And looking down from the wall in their photos are Alison Krauss and Trisha Yearwood. And the first person to text me after I posted it was Jeannie Seeley to tell me that I was blocking her photo. Duly noted, ma'am.
Okay.
Otherwise, too much star power, I think.
Well, also, if you're going to show Jeannie in any videos, I do believe that she gets a cut of whatever you're going to make on it. So if it gets viewed so many times, she gets at least 10%. So just know that in the future.
But it all ended with an I love you, so I think I'm good.
Okay.
All right.
I
think I'm good.
You think you are.
Until the next time. Yeah.
You think you are. All about that. Okay, well, speaking of Trisha, she actually has a song that's on her record where she does a duet with Charles Kelly.
Ooh. Does it get any better than those two voices? Huh?
I mean, those two voices together, we love them separately, but together, powerhouse. So when her new album, The Mirror, arrives on Friday, she'll have some special guests, including Lady A's Charles Kelly. Charles adds that Trisha calls an amazing standout harmony on the track. That's what she said about him. The Record Plays On is the name of the song. She said, I love this song before he sang on it. And once he put his vocal on there, I was like, this is the benchmark. So just put that out there for everybody. Haley Witters is also on this project with her. She's doing a song called Drunk Words. Get ready. Jim Lauderdale appears on The Shovel. So she's got some good star power on this album coming out on Friday.
She took, recently Aaron Enderlin was in studio, and she and Sonny Sweeney were out on tour with Trisha for about a month.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, and if you haven't heard the backstory, she's been very vocal about saying when she was still at Belmont, she had a professor that one time said, hey, you vocally are just outstanding, but you're not a very good writer. So she didn't write songs for the entirety of her career.
Till she turned 60.
And then when she turned 60, she was like, you know what? I'm going to let that go.
She did, in a big way.
And I'm going to start writing. And thank goodness she did. And for everybody out there, if you are teaching any children, please don't ever say things like that to them.
That's right. Do what our parents did. Crush those hopes and dreams.
Right.
Okay?
I mean, if you're going to do it, crush it completely and make sure that they go into something that they don't love so they can be miserable their
You
entire
can't
life.
possibly be in radio, Trent. I can hear my mother now. Trent, which is my birth name, multi-syllable word. Because your daddy's the preacher and you'll have to advertise beer and cigarettes.
Did I tell you when for one brief moment in time, a very, very small, literally 2 months maybe, I worked at a place called County Line Rodeo, half an acre of dancing and romancing in Greenwood, Indiana.
Yes, sir.
And we did line dancing, and it was, in fact, a bar establishment. And I was not going to tell my grandmother. And we were at Thanksgiving, and my dad said, tell your grandma about your new place of business. To which Savannah Lee Huffman Baird said, I pray for you every night, but I don't think God can bless you if you work in a place like that.
Wow, you're beyond hope.
But what I like is Kelly, she made it sound classier by saying a bar establishment.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Still, the best night of tips I ever made was when Marty Stewart was there. So thank you, Marty. Thank you, Marty, for that night. It was pretty
still
phenomenal.
remember. That's great.
I still remember. Hey, Starbucks has a new secret menu. They do this all the time, and this is available on the app. So on Monday, they announced their secret menu will be available in the Starbucks app only. You're going to get some twist on fan favorites. So if you're looking for something good to try, cookies on top, cookies and cream lovers. It's a cold brew with 2 pumps of vanilla syrup, vanilla sweet cream cold foam, and cookie crumble topping.
Oh,
So that's dessert.
I've gotten to be a big fan of the cold foam.
Lemon
cold
tea and pearls, black tea and lemonade with an extra pop of flavor from raspberry flavored popping pearls and others. So download the Starbucks app and get yourself a drink.
Charlie Matos abusing the cold foam here. You heard it here. on
man.
Coffee Country and Cody. We'll be back to wrap it up on TV. Hang on.
This is Coffee Country and Cody.
The Assembly Food Hall stage proudly welcomes Kevin and Melody Williamson of Williamson Branch with a brand new album called Southern Sunshine. And we're going to visit with them for the Assembly. We have a baby and a grandbaby all in one, Kelly
So
Sutton.
excited.
Yes, and Aunt Kelly has already taken charge.
Like,
apparently.
come here, buddy.
So let's go ahead and get started with music, then we'll visit on Coffee Country and Cody. Here's Southern Nights. Woo, big finish from the album Southern Sunshine. Southern Nights leads out this morning in our Assembly Food Hall stage visit with Williamson Branch, formerly Williamson, now Keys. Melody and her dad Kevin are here. And we have, what is the baby's name?
Baby Aiden.
He's 5 months old.
He is.
And look at that grandfather glow over there. Huh? Yeah, there's a smile that comes with being a popo, which I am. I know you,
Yes.
and this child gets naming rights. That's the beauty of being the firstborn. Is
Yes, I'm fully anticipating ending up in an EPA or a Koopa or
Something, yeah.
K-pop.
Oh, he is K-pop. That's kind of great.
K-pop would be good. You know, Linda Davis and her husband Lang are Lolly and Pop.
Oh,
well,
what?
how appropriate.
We did know that from hanging out.
So 1977 for Glenn Campbell, and there's an old New Orleans Creole blues man named Alan Toussaint who wrote that song. He actually released it first back in '75. I remember that. And Glenn, of course, had the monster hit with Southern Nights during the Rhinestone Cowboy era. But tell us about that particular record and what it was like in the studio and who they heard on banjo.
I will do it. You know, Glenn's longtime instrumentalist, Carl Jackson, came in and played on that song. He was on the original cut with the banjo. He's on our cut with the banjo, and nothing could be more special. And then, of course, we went in and did the music video where we're all decked out in our 70s regalia in honor of Glenn and that particular era.
70s regalia wasn't as hard for me to come up with as it was for them.
Kelly, back of the closet.
Kelly, you got any 70s stuff, huh?
Oh, I
you picked up along the way?
Listen, and it's coming back. It's all back. I mean, there's so many bell bottoms and wonderful things that you can find. And
Thank
the
you, Lainey
fringe.
Wilson.
Yeah, all kinds of fringe. So that had to be fun when you get to dig in and find something like that.
You know, Dad almost ended up in an Uncle Jesse wig, but that got put back in the closet, actually. So.
Another time.
Uncle Jesse, huh?
So give us a history of the family band, Kevin, and where it stands
Absolutely.
today.
Well, you know, in the early 70s, my dad came home with a guitar, and so he and I learned to play together. He and I ended up in a band together called Red Wing in the early 80s, all the way through the 90s. My wife Debbie and I played some together, and then it became clear that we needed to kind of get off the road. I did children's performances in the Nashville area under the alias of Kevin Kidd from about 2000 through about 2014. In 2014, the girls had been going with me to do the kids' performances. You know, they'd get up and play Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star or whatever. And then eventually they became just a big part of the show. So in 2014, our middle daughter was playing bass. She was... How old was Cadence then?
10 or 11.
Yeah. She was like 11, and Melody was like 15, and Caroline, our youngest, was like 4 or 5. And so that we hit the road as Williamson Branch in 2014. 2014. So last year we celebrated our 10th anniversary. 2025, we're going into 11 years as a touring family band. We've gone from minivan to 45-foot tour bus.
Do I recall you worked some with Monroe along the way?
You know, I never worked with Monroe, but I used to go out to the station, I used to go out to the Bell Cove Club with Larry Cordell and Glenn Duncan when they were doing a Wednesday night thing.
The mighty Cord.
Yeah, and Monroe would come in every Wednesday. You know, he'd come in after church and he'd do a set in the middle. So Cord was taking a break, so I'd grab his guitar and sing with him. And you know, I grew up right around Bill Monroe, so I'm one of the few left that kind of got to look eye to eye with him, you know, and I can still do a pretty good Bill Monroe.
I was going to say, I'm hearing you slip into it.
Every time I get around Bill.
You guys could do a Monroe off here in a minute. We'll have you go back
It's
and
powerful.
forth.
It's really powerful. If you never heard him, it sounds just like him.
Terry Smith tells a funny story about Monroe, and he and who was the other party? They were out there working on a farm, and he asked them. He said, "I want you." He gave him a bag. He said, "I want you to take this to town. Here's the address." And they said, "Well, what's in here?" He said, "I don't pay a man to ask questions. I pay him to work."
Yes.
And then they found out what was in it.
It was his dentures.
Wow. There's got to be some bluegrass history in that. You know, I carried Monroe's teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
gosh.
and as they did, hanging them out the window singing Blue Moon of Kentucky. That's the other part of the story.
Exactly.
That's perfect.
Is that the best visual ever?
Yes,
gosh.
that was his brother Billy was with him on that, wasn't it?
It may have been.
Terry's
I
brother.
think that's right.
Yeah, 'cause he worked them like mine mules out there.
Yes.
But you're playing the Tucker Theater, and this is quite a lineup. We had the Isaacs in yesterday. Ben and Lily came by, but the Isaacs, the Martins, another wonderful family group.
Amazing singers.
And you're at the Tucker Theater, which is a beautiful theater, about 1,000 people, by 825, I think is capacity.
Yeah.
It's on the campus at MTSU.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So, what time is showtime?
That's a 7:00 show. That's Saturday night. This coming Saturday, we'll play at 7, and
All the tickets have to be bought in advance.
Yes.
Oh,
So
okay.
get your
can't
tickets
get 'em
in
at the door?
advance. No.
Okay.
I don't know what the deal is there, but it's advance only. So be sure and get your tickets ahead of time on that one.
I mean, I slip you a 20. You let me in, right?
You know, talk to me, Carl.
Oh, okay.
Talk to me,
Okay.
Charlie.
Okay.
So, is there a website they need to go to, or the Tucker Theater, or MTSU? What's the best way to do
It's
that?
actually onfireconcerts.com.
OnFireConcerts.com.
It's our buddy Ron.
Yeah, Ron was in yesterday with the Isaacs.
Yes.
And then Friday night, you're doing the Station Inn.
Friday night, Station Inn. So you can see, you have 2 opportunities in Middle Tennessee to see Williamson Branch.
Yep, Friday night we're going to be doing a CD release party for Southern Sunshine at the Station Inn, 9 p.m. showtime. That's a little after Aiden's bedtime, so we're trying to figure out what we're going to do there. But that one you can only get tickets at the door. So
the
we've
complete
got,
opposite, right?
yes,
Yeah,
we've got
yeah.
tickets at the door and tickets in advance. But either way, a great opportunities to visit with Williamson Branch on a homecoming Nashville weekend, celebrating the release of Southern Sunshine with a lot of our friends.
You know, every time I go to the Station Inn, it just amazes me that little building is still there with
Oh,
that
me too.
world built around it. You know,
Yes.
and you know, God bless him. JT gets so much of that credit for not. I mean, it would have been so easy to just sell that. You know,
Yeah.
because I can't imagine the millions of dollars that property's worth.
Yes, and I'm not sure who holds the ownership of that building, but we just thank God for him. It's kind of like our home place. Murfreesboro has grown up around us, and we just thank God for the battlefield and the farm, and keeps our place just kind of segregated. So the Station Inn is much like that.
Oh, so the Tucker Theater's a hometown gig, truly.
It really is, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And how did you come with Williamson Branch?
Well,
And what were the other working names that you didn't choose?
Well, there's a lot of
Kevin's Angels?
Oh no.
I'm glad you shot that one down. Yeah.
Actually, I kind of liked it, but the girls were like, "No, Dad,
Oh, yeah.
this is not happening."
Yes, different vibes there for sure. But when we were looking at it, of course, a lot of bluegrass bands, they're a junction, a creek, some sort of fictitious place. And so where Dad and Mom are from, up in West Virginia, all those little roads are called the branches because they're named after the creeks and the people that lived there. And my dad's whole family, they lived out on Hutchison Branch. And Dad always said if it weren't for the Hutchisons, it would have been Williamson Branch.
You know what's interesting about that is Butcher Holler was the Lynn's and the Butchers. And the Butchers apparently had naming rights to that
Evidently,
holler,
yeah.
where Loretta grew up.
Yeah.
So that's geographically speaking, that's not uncommon.
And that's right up in our part of the woods, East Kentucky and Southern West Virginia. Yeah.
Thank y'all for getting up early and coming in and bringing that grandbaby by so we could get a look. And both gigs very, for people here in Middle Tennessee, easy to get to at the Station Inn in Nashville and then in Murfreesboro.
We've literally watched you guys grow up because I was looking back. It was 2016, the first time we met at the Ryman for Picking on the Plaza as part of the Bluegrass series. And then I think the first time you were in studio was either 2017 or 18. So we're coming up on a decade.
Yes.
We've really loved getting to grow up on these stages in Nashville. This one in particular, it is really special because, of course, my sisters and I grew up getting in the car in the mornings and being able to sing along and go 6:50 a.m. WSM. That was our anthem.
I love that.
So we got show and tell over there, Kevin?
Well, we did want to present you guys with a little certificate of our appreciation of you guys being part of the 10, now 11 years of Williamson Branch, and we appreciate you guys so much.
How sweet.
Yeah.
Suitable for framing.
Suitable for framing.
There we go.
That's right.
I showed Kelly my first publicity photo with WHAS in Louisville yesterday. I was 19 years old.
But
So
he looked
you
14.
You haven't changed a bit, have
That's
you?
right.
I think I was shaving maybe once a week. That's all that was necessary.
And cut both legs, right?
Hey, thank you again for coming. And we're going to close. We'll give us a background to set up. Is this an original song? Come on, Sunshine.
It is. It's written by myself and the Opry staff's own Michelle Canning. She runs the tours at the backstage at the Opry over
Which
there.
people, by the way, when they tour the Opry House, can tour our studio in
Oh,
our
wow.
interactive Behind the Airwaves Museum next door.
There you go. I didn't even know that.
How about that?
But Michelle is a great friend and great writer. And my youngest sister, Caroline, we did this one live in the studio when we were here last time, and she just absolutely kicks the teeth out of it. It sounds amazing. It's got, not only is it a new Sunshine song, but it has a whole bunch of older Sunshine songs folded right into the tag outro. So folks are going to hear some things that they know and some things that they've never heard before. And Caroline does an amazing job with it, and I'm looking forward to not only them hearing it here on WSM, but also coming out and hearing it this weekend at the Station Inn and the Tucker Theater, live and in person with the whole Williamson Branch band. Thank you guys for having us on.
Melody and her dad, Kevin, of Williamson Branch this morning with the album release party on Friday night at the Station Inn at 9 o'clock. And then they'll be at the Tucker Theater along with the Martins and the Isaacs. That's on Saturday. What's showtime on Saturday?
Saturday showtime is 7 p.m.
7 o'clock. So from Southern Sunshine, come on, Sunshine. Thank you for coming.
More Coffee, Country, and Cody is on WSM.
And at the beginning of the show this morning, we realized that today is National Hot Dog Day. It's also the day you should begin your diet. We don't know how the two coincided this year, but apparently they do. Over 20 billion hot dogs are consumed by Americans annually. And some fun facts. Nathan's famous 4th of July International Hot Dog Eating Contest. Charlie, you referenced Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, imagine how many he eats all by himself.
You know how many he ate in 10 minutes?
60-something, I think, was his record, or 70-something, wasn't it?
76.
Yeah, 76.
In
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Gosh, and that's including the bun.
Yeah.
And he soaks them in water.
Yeah, and then just mushes them
shoves
all
it-
in. Yeah.
No,
I know, it's awful, isn't it?
Hard
Yeah, it's
pass.
hard to watch,
it
actually.
is.
Yeah.
My gag
And-
reflex immediately is like,
And then the water's like, oh.
no.
According to the Guinness Book of World Records, the longest hot dog ever made measured 668 feet.
No, there's not enough mustard. No, thank you.
It's a lot of relish.
That's a lot of relish. Well, hey, if you want to wash the, hot dog down with something, Starbucks has their new secret menu out.
Yeah.
But this is something that I had not noticed before. So secret menu, a lot of people are like, hey, I know what you need to order at Starbucks. It's not on the menu, but let me tell you about it. So that has now vamped into, they released the secret menu. It's on their app. So download the Starbucks app and you can see it. They've got cookies on top, which I told you about is like a sweet cream cold foam with a cookie crumble on top of it. They've got dragon fruit glow up, so mango dragon fruit lemonade refresher.
Ooh.
And it got some cold foam on. Cold foam is really hot right now. Lemon tea and pearls. It's black tea lemonade with an extra pop of flavor from raspberry flavored popping pearls, and just add white mocha, a spin on the brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso, which is my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
You get 2 pumps of white chocolate mocha sauce topped with sweet vanilla cream cold foam.
Annie Nye is giving it
Yes.
2 thumbs up over there, our studio
Yes,
director.
100%. Sugar, don't even worry about it. Just don't eat anything else sugary for like a week, and you are going to be fine if you get that.
If you don't have diabetes, you will.
Right. Diabetes. Diabetes.
Got the sugar.
Check your sugar. Okay, so here's the catch. From August 18th to the 20th, if you think that you have a really cool idea for a drink, you can submit it. And what they're doing is they're taking all of their favorite Starbucks employees or customers, and they can enter their favorite drink into the secret menu contest. Once received, Starbucks is going to narrow it down to the final 4 customized beverages for feature finalist creations. It's going to go on a secret menu that's coming out later. And the top 4 finalists win $5,000.
I am so boring. I just like a vanilla breve latte.
You could
That's my
probably
go-to.
put that on there because everybody does all these fancy things. You probably win just for simplicity's
There,
sake.
there you go. Something they know how to make.
That's right.
$5,000?
Yeah.
Can you imagine how many lattes that would buy? Like
At Starbucks?
20.
Yeah. You beat me to it. Beat me to it.
Maybe so.
What's your go-to, Charlie?
I'm a big fan. I like the matcha, both hot or iced. I get it with skim milk, and then I get 3 pumps of sugar-free vanilla because the vanilla and that matcha goes so well
Really
together.
good?
Yeah, and it was all by accident. I was there one time, and they accidentally made one for somebody who didn't show up. Like it had sat in their to-go thing for a while. They goes, "We're just gonna throw this away. Do you want to try this?" I'm like, "What is it?" And they go, "It's the green tea. It's the matcha." I'm like, "Oh, sure." And I'm like, "Oh, this is like phenomenal."
You should
So-
enter that in the contest because it was specialized.
That combo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you win $5,000, I get a cut.
Sure.
And
Like,
you
at
and
least
Renee
50.
could celebrate your upcoming anniversary. What is it? How many years you been together?
We've been married 20. We're doing New York for a few days coming up.
And you could treat her to Starbucks the
There
whole
you
time
go.
you're there.
Well, we're going to spend about $5,000 by the
Yes,
time
you
we're
will.
done. So,
Yes, you will.
yeah.
Hey, Friday we get new music from Thomas Rhett. It's coming out, a collab with Jordan Davis. He said, "I told y'all we were adding new music to my album about a woman all summer long.